Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So here in this video I am going to discuss about oxidation states of transition elements. So firstly, the oxidation state of an element is related to the number of electrons that an atom loses, gains or appears to use when joining with another atoms in compound. And it also determines the ability of an atom to oxidize or to reduce. Here the process oxidation results in an increase in the oxidation state. That means the process reduction results in decrease in the oxidation state. If an atom is reduced, it has higher number of valence shell electrons and therefore a higher oxidation state and is a strong oxidant. For example, oxygen and fluorine are very strong oxidants. Halogens have high electronegativity and fluorine is the most electronegative. So forming F minus, it is the most energetically favorable of the standard reactions. This makes fluorine the most powerful oxidizing agents. And coming to the oxygen, it is very strong oxidant because it accepts electrons into the empty spaces in its valency shells, unpaired electrons of d orbitals. To understand the phenomena of oxidation states of transition elements, we have to understand how the unpaired d orbital electrons bond. So we know there are 5 orbitals in the d subshell manifold. As the number of unpaired valence electrons increases, the d orbital increases, the higher oxidation state increases. This is because the unpaired valency electrons are unstable and they are eager to bond with other chemical species. This means that the oxidation states would be the highest in the transition elements due to the presence of highest number of unpaired valency electrons. For example, scandium. It is one of the d block element in 3D series and its electronic configuration argon 3d1 4s2. It has one unpaired electron in the d orbital and it is added to 2 electrons of s orbital and therefore the oxidation state becomes plus 3. So mathematically it looks like 1s electron plus 1s electron plus 1 d electron. So the formula for determining oxidation states like this. Highest oxidation state for a transition metal is equal to number of unpaired d electrons plus 2 s orbital electrons. And next, scandium is one of the 2 elements in the first transition period which has only one oxidation state, and zinc is the other with an oxidation state of plus 2, and all the other elements have at least 2 different oxidation states. Manganese, which is in the middle of the period, has the highest number of oxidation states and indeed the highest oxidation state in the whole period, since it has 5 unpaired electrons and it is the highest which has an oxidation state of plus 7. Multiple oxidation states. Most transition elements have multiple oxidation states since it is relatively easy to lose electrons for transition elements when compared to the alkali metals and alkaline earth metals. Alkali metals have one electron in their valency s orbital and their oxidation state is almost always plus 1. And next, coming to the alkaline earth metals, they have 2 electrons in their valency orbital with an oxidation state of plus 2. But this is not the case for transition metals because they have 5 d orbitals. The d orbital has a variety of oxidation states. The s orbital also contributes to determine the oxidation states. For example, to find the oxidation state of iron, we can use the formula. Iron has 4 unpaired electrons and 2 paired electrons. Already noted the formula here. Highest oxidation state for a transition metal is equal to number of unpaired d electrons plus 2 s orbital electrons. So here the transition metal is iron. So the number of unpaired d electrons 4 and the paired electrons are 2. That is equal to plus 6. So here plus 6 is one of the oxidation states of iron, but it is very rare. In the previous video we noted that various oxidation states of 3D transition series. So the other possible states of iron includes plus 5, plus 4, plus 3 and plus 2. Here another main point is this formula is applicable only to some of the elements except the chromium and copper. These two are exceptional and remaining elements can follow this formula. And next, coming to the last, exceptions, chromium and copper. These two, why these two are exception means they have 4s1, 1 electron in the s orbital instead of 2 electrons. This is because chromium is 1 electron short in the d orbital for having half filled. It will be like this 3d4 4s2. So it takes 1 electron from the s orbital that it makes half filled and it becomes stable. Similarly, in the same way, copper, it is also 1 electron short in the d orbital for having fully filled d orbital. So it takes 1 electron from the s orbital and it becomes fully stable. So simply the configurations be like this: chromium, argon 18 3d5 4s1 which becomes stable, and copper argon 18 3d10 4s1, and chromium is half filled stable and copper is full filled stable. So this is the video for oxidation states of transition metals. For more videos keep watching my channel and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.